What if gravity just stopped? Imagine you're sitting at your desk. Maybe you're drinking coffee, scrolling through your phone, or half listening to a podcast, and then, without warning, the cup floats. The phone slips from your hand and doesn't fall. It just hovers. At first, you might think it's a glitch in your brain. Maybe your eyes are tired. Maybe you're dreaming. But no, this is real. Gravity has stopped. Not slowed down, not shifted, completely vanished. At first, there's silence, just confused stares, floating objects, and a creeping sense of dread. Then chaos. Pure cinematic chaos. People begin to rise. Slowly at first, a gentle levitation, but then faster, like helium balloons. Every car on the highway starts to drift upward. Planes, unbound from their delicate balance with lift, spiral out of control. Oceans swell and stretch into the sky, water forming enormous blobs that break off and float like islands in space. Birds, animals, everything not bolted down. It all begins to leave Earth behind. But let's step back. Why does gravity even matter? Gravity is the silent architect of our reality. It's the reason atoms clump together to form planets. It keeps the moon in orbit, holds our atmosphere close, makes fire burn downward, and ensures your blood doesn't pool in your head every time you stand up. Without gravity, none of this functions. Our entire biology is built to work under its steady pull. Take that away, and you don't just change the rules, you delete the game board. Within minutes of gravity vanishing, the atmosphere begins to unravel. It's no longer being held in place, so it starts to drift off into space, molecule by molecule. People can't breathe. Planes drop their altitude but then start floating aimlessly, passengers screaming in confusion. On the International Space Station, astronauts aren't surprised. They've trained for 0 G, but even they're stunned. Earth, their anchor, is breaking apart. Back on the ground, well, there is no ground anymore. The concept of down is meaningless. Skyscrapers are torn from their foundations. Trees rip through sidewalks. Roads peel like old stickers. But the real terror starts when the planet itself begins to crumble. Gravity is what holds Earth together. The molten core, the tectonic plates, even the oceans, all of it is glued in place by that invisible force. Without it, Earth doesn't just become chaotic, it becomes unbound. The inner pressure of the Earth, no longer balanced by gravity's pull, begins to explode outward. Volcanoes erupt in all directions. Massive chunks of crust fly off into the sky. Earth is becoming a cloud of matter, slowly dissolving like an aspirin in water. You, if you're still alive, are drifting now. Maybe inside a room, maybe an open sky. There's no way to swim, no way to push yourself down. You're weightless, breathless, and cold. Very, very cold. Because remember, without gravity, we've lost the atmosphere. The heat leaks into space. You can feel your skin start to freeze, your body beginning to swell as the pressure around you vanishes. And it gets worse. The moon, freed from Earth's grip, begins to wander. Without the Earth's gravity, it shoots off, disrupting tides, what's left of them, and creating gravitational chaos across the solar system. The planets lose their predictable paths. The solar ballet is broken. Some planets spiral into the sun, others are flung out into deep space. Collisions become inevitable. Our solar system, once a perfect clockwork of motion, is now a room of broken gears. Satellites and debris float in clouds. The internet collapses. Communication is gone. Entire continents drift apart, not just metaphorically but physically, as Earth rips itself into fragments. And you, somewhere among this cosmic mess, begin to lose consciousness. Your brain, starved of oxygen, can't make sense of what's happening. Your limbs don't respond. Everything is spinning. Silent, final, and then blackness. Because here's the real twist. If gravity suddenly stopped, not gradually weakened but instantly shut off, it wouldn't just be a weird floating day, it would be the end. Not just of humans or life, but of everything we know. Every atom is attracted to every other atom. That's how gravity works. If that attraction disappears, matter itself begins to behave differently. Maybe even physics starts to fall apart. Maybe electrons stop orbiting nuclei. Maybe the universe begins to unmake itself quietly and peacefully like a videotape rewinding. And that's the horror and beauty of gravity. We never see it, we never hear it, but it holds everything, not like chains, like a whisper, a silent agreement that everything has a place. So next time you drop your phone or spill your coffee or curse the way your body feels heavy at the end of the day, remember, it could be so much worse. Because gravity might be annoying, but without it, nothing holds us, not even reality.